My grandfather was a cut flower grower. My father was a cut flower grower. And then air freight came in, and the cut flower growers in the Northeast pretty much went out of business. But then, rather than go out of business, they diversified into potted plants because potted plants couldn't be shipped by air. They always had vegetables and vegetable gardens. They always used herbs. Way back in the 70s, we started to use no chemicals at all. And I did more and more research on the biologicals that we could use. I found that I could grow them just as well. And in fact, to me, growing organically is more fun because of the fact that you have to pay more attention. So when you're using chemicals, you got a problem, spray them, But when you really have to use preventive techniques of growing when you're growing organically.
Sal is one of those people that kind of welcomes you, so he's a grandpa. And the thing about grandpas is you can feel all of their knowledge. You feel all of the history that they have. You can see it in his hands.
The past is important because, it's the roots of our ancestors, of our family. My husband and I are fourth generation in this business, so it's very important to keep that going and keeping it alive. I'm proud to be a part of this family, and I'm proud to be a part of this business.
It's so amazing having the greenhouses here in the middle of Westport. It feels like this little utopia in the middle of Westport, Connecticut. People that come here always say, "Oh, I didn't know you were here. I didn't realize there was so much behind the backdrop of this business." We say, "Yeah, we're in the back giving someone a wagon ride around a pumpkin patch." And they're like, "Wow, look at this place. It's amazing."
I think I've been coming to Gilbertie since somewhere around 1965 when my parents moved to Westport, and I've come for all sorts of things, for my gardening needs, to getting help with my garden, and to the farmer's market. Coming here feels like family, so that's why I keep coming back.
It doesn't matter if you're family by blood. We all work together like a family. That's the thing.
Our faith supported us, of course, and our customer base supported us as well as our employees. We always had really good employees. When you're in this industry, we get people who really appreciate the soil. They appreciate what we're doing. We were the only game in town in the herb business back in the 70s and 80s. Nobody else was growing herbs. And so, in those days, you were either a witch or a warlock if you were growing herbs. So we were ahead of the curve when the ecology boom started in the late 60s, early 70s, and people began to recognize the goodness of herbs and for the flavor and for all the culinary uses and also for the medicinal uses. The good Lord put herbs on earth, not only for flavoring our food, but also for medicines.
Our slogan here is, "We nurture the organic gardener."
When people, for example, make their own compost, they actually take that, they're putting it in their garden, and they can see the results. We've shown them what to do. We've empowered them to do that for their garden.
That's my true calling, really, is to help customers achieve, to be able to come in extremely excited about the amazing native border that they've just created, the amount of birds and beneficial insects that they've all of a sudden have come back to their area, or the abundance of a vegetable garden that's so bountiful that they have to start giving it away to friends and family and neighbors.
Those are the things that people want to see. Those are the things that make them happy.
Some of our customers say, "Your herbs are so much better than everybody else's. Why is that?" And it's not me, it's the soil. And everything comes from that. It comes from the goodness of the soil. And if you've got good soil, you're going to have good plants. There's no question about it.
That's when I know I'm doing, a good job. I'm showing these people organic ways that we can sustain our environment and just work together with nature.
So stay around for another 100 years.